Hello everyone, welcome. So today we will discuss class 11 morphology of flowering plants. So in the morphology of flowering plants, what does it deal with? When we say morphology, it deals with how does it look. Okay, so how it looks, that is the morphology of the flowering plant. So in this case, we are going to study about the characteristics of the plant and what is the function and definitions and all those things. So first and foremost, coming to the roots. So when we talk about a plant, basically when we talk about a plant, we have a root system and above the ground we have a shoot system. Okay, so there's a root and the shoot system. So when we talk about the root system, it has got primary root and secondary roots, and shoot system, again it will have buds, nodes, internodes, leaves, stem, fruits and flowers. If we talk about the roots, we told that there are two kinds of root, primary root and secondary root. So what are primary root? Primary root is a direct elongation of the radicle. You will remember cotyledon had a plumule and a radicle, right? So they, from the radicle whichever is growing, that is known as a primary root. That is a direct one. And whatever is the lateral roots that follows, so direct root is primary, whatever is the lateral root that will follow, that is the secondary root. Okay, now we have secondary roots, then further on we can have a tertiary root, etc. Now the primary root and its branches constitute the taproot. So when we talk about a taproot is basically, taproot system is tapering in nature and it has got its own branches. Okay, so in monocotyledons, the primary root is short-lived and is then replaced by a fibrous kind of a root, this is known as the fibrous root. So you see, this is a taproot, this is the fibrous root. Okay, and in some plants like grass, monstera and banyan tree, roots arise from parts of the plant other than the radicle, and that is why they are known as the adventitious roots. The main function of the root is what? To absorb water and minerals and provide support, anchorage to the plant. And then we have some roots which secondary functions, like the secondary functions are like, some roots will preserve food material, synthesis of plant growth regulators, respiration. Okay, we have nematophores, which is for the respiration we have. So now before going into modifications or all these kinds of roots, different other secondary functions of the roots, we will talk about the regions of the root. So the root is being classified into 4 regions. One is the root cap, the covering. Then we have the region of meristematic activity. Then we have a region of elongation where the growth elongation is taking place. Then the region of maturation, and then we have root hair. So when we talk about root cap, it is a thimble-like structure and it protects the tender apex of the root as it makes its way into the soil. So it will avoid any wear and tear happening to the meristematic area. Region of meristem is basically, there is a growth. So cell division is taking place. The cells of this region are very small, thin walled and with dense protoplasm. So they were going to divide rapidly. So the cell which is proximal to this region, they will undergo rapid elongation that will happen. So that will be which is responsible for the growth of the root in length. So this is why this region is known as region of elongation. And the cells of the elongation zone, they will gradually differentiate and maturate. So after this region of, then after this we have the region of maturation, and here you will have some thread like structures that is known as root hairs. Then coming to the modification of root, I was talking to you about. So like banyan tree, they have got roots and this is known as prop roots. Okay, they elongate. And in maize and sugarcane, we have supporting roots. Okay, coming out of the lower nodes of the stem. So they are called as stilt roots. Then in the swampy region like mangrove and all those, you will have roots coming out from the earth. So they are known as respiratory roots. See, this is nematophores, which is respiratory roots. Here there are roots basically for storage of food. They use it for the storage of food. So we have food reserves. So the roots are used even as a food reserve. Okay, so thank you.